In this episode, we will spotlight Black History Month, look at how a group of Redditors upset the New York Stock Exchange, and see who the students think will dominate the Super Bowl. All this and more coming up on this week's JNN. Welcome to another episode of the Jacket News Network. Each week, we deliver school and community news to you from room 254 of Oxford High School. I'm Kiara Charles.
And I'm Layla Reynolds. Let's get started. February is Black History Month, and so we got together and discussed Black History Month. I'm Layla Reynolds.
And I'm Nehemiah Gardner.
This is our special guest, Nehemiah Gardner, and we're going to be talking about Black History Month.
Two people are Maya Angelou and Michelle Obama. I chose them both because they continuously show that Black women and Black people in general can do a lot of things. Maya Angelou came from like a very, not a very pleasant childhood, but still in the end she became such an iconic and a legendary poet because she talked about things that are real and things that a lot of people are scared to talk about. And Michelle Obama, she shows that, you can, Black people can be very smart, they can be very intelligent, and they can do a lot of things. I chose them both because they show a lot of people that Black people are just like everybody else. We can do a lot of things, and we can do great things. So that's why I chose both of them.
So my two people that I chose were Madam C.J. Walker and Rihanna. I chose Madam C.J. Walker because she was the first African-American female millionaire in the U.S. and she was the first female millionaire in the U.S. And I think that's just something to aspire to because it was self-made and nobody at her time was even thinking to that level that they could get to that place. And I think that's just an inspiration to the people around her that she let them know that they would be able to achieve it too. And then I chose Rihanna because she's just an outspoken Black woman and she does a lot for her own self and she builds up her own image, and there's nothing really bad you can say about her. She's just done a lot to work on her own image and is able to build herself up and create the status that she's at right now, and she has her own makeup line and her clothes, and so I just think that's really special and not a lot of people can do that.
Okay, for my two people, I chose Aretha Franklin and Beyonce. I chose Aretha Franklin because she's just an amazing singer, and she was able to release hits that we still listen to today because that was a hard time that she was in, and she was still able to rise to fame and just set a name for herself. And I chose Beyonce because she's just a queen, and she's an amazing live performer, and she has children that she's still able to be in the media and still set time apart for her family too. And I just think that that's amazing, and she's just showing that women can have multiple roles in life too.
Thank you for coming to our car talks. Okay, get out. Wall Street has come under fire this week when a forum on the popular social media platform Reddit caused the price of GameStop stocks to skyrocket. I sat down with OHS economics teacher Adam Clark to get more insight on the topic. Let's take a look.
There are certain terms that we need to understand before we can understand exactly what happened, and one of those terms is hedge fund. So basically, in a quick version, what a hedge fund is a corporation that mainly a lot of rich millionaires and big corporation people kind of allow to invest their money to there make them even more money. So I think of a hedge as meant to protect something. Hedge funds are actually not regulated by the government regulations that regulate most of the stock market. So you actually have to be a certified investor to actually work in these hedge funds. So these big billionaires will say, hey, here's some of my money, go invest it in a stock and make more money. If the millionaire gave them $100, said go invest it, they'll go borrow $1,000 and say, now I'm investing $1,100, and when that stock goes up and I make money, then you make profit. And those hedge fund managers like to use that leverage to make profit on that. So the other term is short sell. So what these hedge fund managers were doing with GameStop was called short selling. It's when they take a stock that they think is really overpriced and engage in short sale so they can make some money. So what they would do is the hedge fund person would not buy GameStop stock, they would borrow it. For the sake of easy math, let's say the stock was worth $100. They think that's overpriced. So they say, we borrow the stock for $100, all right? And then the hedge fund manager will then take that $100 stock that they borrowed and they will then sell it to the open market. The stock price will, they believe, eventually will go down. And when the stock goes down, they will then in turn buy the stock back at a cheaper price that they originally sold it, and then go back and give that money to the broker plus a little bit more, give the stock back to the broker basically, have a little bit of profit, and they have to pay him maybe an interest fee, whatever. So he got the $100 for sale and then bought it back for, let's say, $50, and then so he pockets, $50 transaction. And all these people on Reddit were noticing, hey, this is the most short sold stock out there is GameStop. So we don't want these hedge fund managers getting rich off of this. So what if we just buy up all the stock that GameStop has left? And they did that, and that drove the stock price up, and that's why you saw everything go up. And so hedge fund managers, when they do short sale, they don't want to see the price go up because then they have to buy it back more and they lose money. They want the stock price to go down. So it really kind of angered some of those hedge fund managers, and it kind of created a little stir on Wall Street. So that's maybe not the short version, but that is essentially what happened.
If you want to see the full interview, visit the OHS Jacket Media Productions YouTube channel. Now, let's go to Justin and Jordan for sports.
I'm Jordan.
And I'm Justin.
Let's get started. For boys basketball, their record so far is 25-2. They are first in their region and are on an unbelievable 21-game winning streak and are undefeated playing at home this season. They have 2 more games before the playoff starts. For girls basketball, their record so far is 14-5 and also first in their region. They have 3 more games before the playoffs begin.
Super Bowl 55 is almost here, as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers try to dethrone the Kansas City Chiefs in Tampa Bay on Sunday. The last time the Buccaneers were in the Super Bowl was in 2003. This is also Tom Brady's 10th Super Bowl appearance and first Super Bowl playing in the NFC Conference. Can the Chiefs come out with another Super Bowl, or will Tom Brady win his 7th Super Bowl and make his legendary career even better? We'll find out this weekend.
Also, there will be a volleyball interest meeting on March 16th at 6 p.m. in the OHS Sports Arena. Those interested in trying out for the 2021-2022 season are encouraged to attend. That's all we have for sports this week. Kiera and Layla, back to you.
Are you interested in learning to snow ski? Want to pick up a new hobby? Want to create your own podcast? These classes and more may be coming to the OHS Media Center. If you haven't already, be sure to complete the Media Center survey in the OHS Student News Group. You can also find the link in your email that Ms. Chase sent earlier this week. Ms. Hayes and Ms. Chase are seeking student input on some major changes that are set to take place over the next few months. These changes are geared to make the Media Center a more student-centered atmosphere that goes above and beyond the pages of a book. See Ms. Chase for more details.
Last week's student question of the week was, who do you think is going to win the Super Bowl? The Chiefs, the Bucks, or the commercials? A very special guest star is here with some of our favorite responses. Let's check them out.
What's up, guys? It's just Josh making my epic return to the news industry, and today I'm with JNN and we're asking the question of the week, which is, who is going to win the Super Bowl? The Chiefs, the Buccaneers, or the commercials? And we've got Miss Finley with us. Who's going to win?
Well, as a marketing and TV productions teacher, I'm going to have to go with the commercials. They're always a highlight and a crowd favorite, so.
Okay, well, let's go. Who's going to win the Super Bowl? The Chiefs, the Buccaneers, or the commercials? And here I got 2 guys ready to give me their answer.
I think the Chiefs are going to win because they have the highest winning streak right now.
I'd say the commercials, because the commercials are always really funny and sometimes even more entertaining than the game, but I may be wrong.
Hello. So who's going to win the Super Bowl, the Chiefs or the Buccaneers?
I think
the Chiefs because Joe Burrow's on it, and he's really good. Because he played for LSU, and he was the quarterback, and he got the Heisman Award. So
Joe Burrow?
yes.
Joe Burrow.
Do you want to be on JNN?
So who's going to win the Super Bowl?
I think that the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes is very good at it.
Josh, this week's question of the week is who would you want as your celebrity Valentine? To answer the hashtag JNNQOTW or reach out to a member of the JNN crew. We can't wait to hear from you.
That's all we have this week for this episode of the Jacket News Network. Be sure to check back weekly for more episodes.
Follow us at OHS Jacket Media on all of our socials to stay up to date on all that is happening at Oxford High School. Have a great weekend and
Go Big